Thank you for being here today. Today, if you notice, I'm in a different location because there are some changes going on with Teen Leadership Connection. Well, we are actually transitioning into our LLC company, Elevate My Education. Elevate My Education is a unique opportunity that we provide individualized educational support and more for students across the Louisiana area. Today, I have some new special guests with us, and I would like them to take a moment to introduce themselves. You guys can give me your name, a little tidbit about yourself, and can you tell us what your dream is about? What do you hope to dream? What do you hope to accomplish in the future? What are your dreams? Just like that.
Well,
who are you?
I'm Daniel.
Hi, Daniel. And what grade are you in, sir?
12th.
12th grade. And what are some dreams that you have? What have you been working on this year?
I've been working on trying to get into the underground rap industry.
The underground rap
Yeah,
industry?
trying to go underground. I'm not going mainstream. I'm not trying to go all the way up. I'm trying to stay down for now and then go mainstream later on in the future.
I've got you. I got some of the stages,
Yeah,
right?
I just started working on an album. Kind
Okay.
of, not really, but yeah.
So let me ask you something. Have you performed in front of an audience yet?
Mm-mm.
What would you do if there was an opportunity for you to do something like that? Would you be interested?
Yeah, but I want it to be like a very interesting concert. Like, I don't want it to be like people just sitting there in a dead crowd, like.
Mm-hmm. Not looking. You want it to be something live and.
Yeah, like people can like, mosh too,
Well, Daniel.
Pardon the interruption. To report to room 200.
Quick
Thank
interruption. That's what happens at a school. You never know what the announcement may be. But Daniel, I'm glad you talked about that because I'm starting some exciting things with Elevate My Education and Teen Leadership. And we may be working on a teen leadership event. And I would love for you to come in and do a cameo visit.
When is that?
I'm planning it. We're working on it right now,
So-
but we can work together on it.
I'm down for that.
You down for
Our
it?
people call your people.
Our people call your people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, we have a special, wonderful guest who has been such an inspiration to me for years. I will let her introduce herself to you all.
Hi, I'm Jess Stidham. I teach at Woodlawn High School. I taught at Woodlawn Middle School. I've been part of the Woodlawn family for probably 20 years. So a lot of you might know me. I'm also the mom of Carolyn and Jack. And you were talking about dreams. So my dreams are just to see the people that I love succeed.
And every day, every morning, Jess sends me inspirational prayer motivations. And I don't know what I would do without them. If she's late, I'm kind of concerned. I might reach out. But I love the fact that our friendship has developed since I first got here in Baton Rouge at Woodlawn Middle. She's always been very inspirational, welcoming, supporting to me. If I started a leadership club, she would volunteer her time to come in and work with our kids. And so, Jess, I just want to tell you that's kind of hard to find when you leave, So I really do truly miss you, and I really hope that we can work together through this new avenue of Elevate My Education.
Absolutely.
That would be something great. So guys, the flow of our show usually goes a little something like this. We have focused vocabulary words that we talk about. I know we have a little time kind of restraint, so I don't want to go all the way in as deep as we normally go. But today's focus words are family, dreams, and of course it wouldn't be the same without leadership. So let's start with family. What is family from your perspective?
Very interesting. I don't know, but family is like when people really care for you and they're always there for you at your lowest, even if they're not like related to you, like their siblings.
Absolutely.
That's what family is.
I really believe that too. What about you, Jess?
I'm going to piggyback off of what Daniel said, that I've learned as I've gotten older that my family is not blood.
Mm-hmm.
It's people who elevate you and who help you and help your people. Like we all work together.
In Lafayette, since I've been at Northside High School, I've been talking about creating a village, right? Mm-hmm. To me, that's what I've created here at Woodlawn, starting at Woodlawn Middle. Mm-hmm. Meeting Daniel in 7th grade. You remember the first time we met in Miss Jackson's class, and watching you grow into this confident young man is an amazing thing. We're not related, but I've been considered you my family since that moment.
Yeah, same with you.
Same, right? And like one thing that I really hated to do was leave Woodlawn High, because the kids that I work with since middle school are now like juniors, seniors. Some of them graduated last year, and I get to see Daniel graduate this year, right? So that's an amazing thing. And I agree with both of you about family, because I have a small family. I'm an only child. I'm not married. I don't have kids. Every school or every environment that I work in through education and community, I've developed friendships that are family-like.
Right.
So, and you guys are awesome. Y'all all my family, so I appreciate you. All right. There's also a segment, a part of the show where we talk about a new vocabulary word. I remember at Woodlawn Middle, y'all remember the 5 core values? You remember?
I don't like remember like.
I don't remember exactly what they were,
I think
but
I blocked that.
one of them was perseverance, right? So today's focus words is perseverance. Persistence in doing something despite the difficulty or delay of achieving success. Let's make some connections, okay? When we're talking about things that create roadblocks, how do you handle it? Does perseverance come into play? Because again, what we said, perseverance is doing something despite the difficulties. So if you run into a roadblock, right? Let's say you're trying to get a gig at a place and you're not really negotiating right, and that's a roadblock. What would you do to persevere through those, not just that challenge, but anything that's trying to stop you from being what you want?
Well, I don't really know much, but it's like, you mean stuff like that gets in your way?
Yeah, when stuff get in your way, how do you handle it?
I listen to music, or I just block somebody I don't like on
Block.
social media.
Right, so you pretty much in control, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I handle it. What about you, Jess? When you run into roadblocks, how do you handle it?
I'm not gonna lie. The first thing I do is I get upset,
Me too.
and I get angry, and then I realize that I'm letting that person or that obstacle take my peace, and then I do what he does. I remove that roadblock. I avoid it. I take that out of the equation, and then I either figure out a way around it, or I decide how much it's worth to me and whether or not I'm going to argue about it or fight for it.
I like that. I like when she said you worry about how much it's worth to you. Because like I was talking about earlier, your time is valuable. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people waste your time, and we waste our time by being angry about stuff that we don't have really control over, you know? So another thing I know for sure you benefit from friendships, right? Friendships helps us get through roadblocks and difficult things, right? And friendships leads right back into family, right? So our family is the people who are there to support us and help us to get through those tough times. Now, we also have a segment where we talk about now and then, right? Now versus then. When I say then, I mean our day. When I say now, of course, that's you younger people's day. So when we talk about now and then, have you ever heard of a family reunion, or have you ever participated in a family reunion?
I think I have. I'm not really sure, but I know what that means.
What do you think that means?
It means when you get back with people you haven't talked to in like ages,
Yep.
decades or years.
Yeah. Down south, family reunions feel a little different.
It's a big deal.
It's a big
Yeah.
deal. And
Our family gathers for 3 days, and all we do is eat.
eat, talk, visit. Like you said, Daniel, back in my day, I'm not in a position right now where my family has family reunions, but we're reestablishing it. Tomorrow we have Good Friday holiday family fun. But back in the day, we used to have park parties, block parties for family reunions. And you know how you said you wanted to try music and performing in front of audience? Imagine your community or your neighborhood having a block party, all your friends and family there, and you grab the mic and just start flowing. To me, that sounds like 3 Mile kind of stuff, right? That's how it is with family reunions. It gives you a chance to reconnect, or there's a lot of new people in our family that I don't know, like cousins, right?
Right.
I don't know a lot of my younger cousins, but creating things like family reunions are very important to keep you guys connected. Now I have a little teen intellect trivia, and I'm glad I have a mixture of a now and then age so we can talk about it a little bit. Who do you guys think is the most influential artist for teens. And I like the fact that Daniel's a music man.
I can't
He loves
answer
it.
this.
From your perspective, who do you see that teens are influenced by the most?
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift?
I don't know.
Pardon the
Okay.
interruption.
I
I
think
think
Taylor
report to Ms. Govinall's off room at this
She
time.
pretty much
Thank
took
you.
over NFL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think probably Kendrick Lamar.
How did I know he was going to say Kendrick Lamar? But guess what? I also thought he was going to say, guess who else?
Kanye.
Kanye or J. Cole?
Yeah, J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Yeah, Kendrick, J. Cole.
Kendrick,
Kanye. A
Kanye,
lot
J.
of
Cole.
kids are influenced, like I wouldn't say it's a positive influence, but they are influenced by young boys.
I was about to ask you that.
Very heavily, I would not say it's positive.
I asked
They
a
are
couple
very
of
heavily
students
influenced.
that same question. I asked them at Northside who they thought. And the names they threw out, Jay-Z. One kid said Jay-Z. And another kid said J. Cole, right? I agree with her. But then I also asked them about NBA Youngboy, right? Because I'm older, me and Jess we don't listen to that kind of music, right? But we know our students do a lot. So we want to know and bridge that gap to say, why do y'all like him so much? Is he one of your tops or not really?
Kendrick?
Yeah, no, NBA. And why? Why is he turned off to you?
I feel like he's just overused a lot by a bunch of students, and it's like
He's very overhyped. A lot of his music is negative. Like
Oh,
like
negative.
he raps about gang banging and like. And I mean, some of it you can relate to, like he'll rap about like heartbreak songs.
Right.
breaking
I think
up,
that's the
and
hook that he gets people in, and then he starts
and then
going.
he raps about like struggles.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids like
'Cause
I mean,
relatable,
I
right?
could sit there and listen to that, but then he'll start rapping about like gang banging and
Right.
and
that other
hopping
direction.
from girls to girl, and then I just
Right.
it's not worth it.
And look, I don't know about this artist. I remember this artist, and I remember a lot of kids liking him. He died. XXXTentacion. And to me, it was the same kind of way. He related to the kids because of his depression,
Sadness, yeah.
his sadness, and a lot of kids felt that.
I can relate.
But then you can relate to him, right? But then you put in that other stuff, that other message music, and that's the dangerous part.
Yeah, like you got other artists like Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, Mac
I
Miller.
love Lil Peep and Mac.
I know you guys hear some voices coming from the back. Jess, Daniel, would you mind if I pull in two more co-hosts for a quick introduction only? I know they're kind of shy and reserved, but I just would like you to introduce you to some more important leadership faces here at Woodlawn High School. Yes, and we are back here at Teen Leadership Connection with two more special guests. I want them to introduce themselves to you as well. We have here,
Melvin Bailey,
and what grade are you in, sir?
I'm a senior.
And what do you want to be, or what do you dream of doing beyond high school?
Beyond high school, I want to become a computer scientist.
Oh, Melvin, how long ago was it when you met me? You remember what grade you were in when we first met?
Not exactly, but I believe it was 7th grade.
7th grade, right? And since 7th grade, I gotta say this, Melvin, you have been one of the most consistent, intelligent young men that I've ever met. Ever. And I've been to a couple of different schools. You understand what I'm saying to you? I love you, Melvin, and just like Daniel said, when I met you, you instantly became my family. And it broke my heart to leave Woodlawn High, but I knew you guys were capable and were going to be right where you are as graduating seniors, because you could do it. And I would love for us all to stay in touch, because if we want to be in computers, that intertwines and elevate my education business. So wouldn't you mind being my business partner after you finish with high school? Or one of my community partners?
Sure, I have no problem with it.
Excellent, thank you. I appreciate you. Do you have any exciting things going on this year that you would like us to know about?
I would say this though, the partnership does depend on the factor,
What's the factor?
on my situation.
What's the situation?
Like the environment, the
Gotcha.
situation.
But what if you had control of that? What if you could work? You ever heard of working remotely? You know what that means, to work remotely?
I don't think so.
Okay. When you work remotely, those words are kind of hard for me to say together. But you can live at home and you can work anywhere around the world for any company. It's remote work. You do it online, like through Zoom, through internet and stuff like that. And as a tech person, you might have to do some jobs where you're not physically there, but your presence is there, right? So would you be able to help me if I have those kind of issues?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent, excellent. All right, thank you, Melvin. It was great seeing you again. I told Melvin he looks very nice with that hair in his face. Him and Daniel are handsome young men right now, right? Okay, and we have also with us this beautiful young lady here. Who are you?
I'm Carolyn Stidham. I'm also a senior, and I plan to go to LSU after high school and study nursing.
Nursing, excellente. Medicine is one of those service areas that will be with us forever, right? So is technology. Technology is not going anywhere. So you guys have picked some great careers. Today our focus word was, our new focus word was perseverance, right? What does perseverance mean to you, Melvin? When you persevere, you remember that as one of our 5 core words at Woodlawn Middle? The 5 core words we had, you remember Ms. Brown making us remember those and say them?
Yeah, I remember.
Perseverance was one of them. Perseverance means even if something is hard, you push through it. You ever had something like that happen? When you had to push through something hard?
Yes, all the time, pretty much.
All the time? And tell me what you use to motivate you to do it, to just go do it. Do you self-talk? Do you say, you can do this, Melvin, you can do this? Or do you rely on friends and family? Or both?
Both.
Probably both, huh? We need a combination of support when we run into roadblocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's important to build family and connections. What about you? When you run into roadblocks, challenges, how do you persevere?
I have to tell myself that it can't be bad forever and that there are better things waiting. And if I just push through the bad, then I can get to the good and it'll be worth it.
You know how I knew she knew that? Because of her mom. Her mom planted that great seed inside of her, just like she does with me every morning when she sends me those inspirational prayers that I appreciate so much. You knew she did that? And she's been doing this since we met, you know? I need. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for taking the time with us. Again, this is another transition for our Teen Leadership Connection. I appreciate the opportunity that I got at Northside to get the ball rolling. But we want to expand, elevate my education. We want to partner and mingle with the community and offer different opportunities. So are you guys up for a little travel? Would you like to travel if we create opportunities to stay connected? Would you be open to connecting, reconnecting with us at a different location?
Yeah, sure, I'd love to if I have time.
Definitely, and I got to make sure I plan ahead with Mr. Melvin. Thank you, and we have two more special guests that we would like to see and speak with before we leave today. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. This is Teen Leadership Connection, and I'm continuing to revisit with some of my great students that I've met since middle school. These are 2 of the most important little kids in my life at Woodlawn Middle. I love them from the moment that I saw them. I'll let them introduce themselves. Who are you, young lady?
Hey, I'm Daija. I'm a senior.
Ooh, senior. And Daija, what are you dreaming to be once you leave Woodlawn High?
I want to go to college and learn nursing.
Oh, okay. So we got some connections. Miss Stidham over there also wants to be in nursing, right? And what about you, sir? Who are you?
My name is Bryan Hughes. I'm a student at Woodlawn High.
Okay, and what do you plan to do, B, before you leave, after you leave Woodlawn High? What are some things you want to do?
I have more than one choice.
Go ahead.
Because I had learned that you gotta always have a plan. Is like I got a plan A, plan B, and a plan C.
That sounds like somebody been teaching you some good stuff. And
I want to be an operator, welder, truck driver.
and guess what? You will. I know it because you got a great family, you got a great village around you, and you're making the right choices to graduate, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate that. Bryan, how long we been knowing each other?
Since 7th grade.
Since 7th grade? And how much hard time did I give you, Bryan?
I remember I ain't know you used to do no work, so you used to threaten me to cut my hair off, and then my mama made me cut my hair off.
Yep, your mom gave me that permission, so that was a great tactic that she used. I'm going to tell you what I love about Bryan and Daija. Again, Bryan, Daija, Daniel, Melvin, Carolyn, because, again, that family feels real. None of us are blood related, but the feelings that we have is for life.
Feel real.
It's for life. Remember our discussions and study skills, how we went deep. I've been very vulnerable with you guys a lot. Y'all saw me cry way more than I
I
wanted
ain't
to.
gonna lie, you did cry.
I cried a lot, right? But Bryan,
I feel like the love real, like you really care about us.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna be real, like ever since you left here,
Yeah.
school don't feel the same.
It didn't feel the same?
It don't feel the same.
it broke my heart to leave. You know I didn't want to, right?
Yeah, I know.
But what did I always talk to you guys about in class? I talked to you about my dreams.
Yeah,
I talked to you about what you wanted to do, and I wanted to be an example for you, right? So I told you all I wanted to be a principal, and I pushed, and now I'm that. Assistant though, but I have
Let's
even
get close to it.
it's close. But guess what? Principalship is right around the corner for me. You feel me? So I just have to continue to persevere through these roadblocks, regardless of who they are, what it is, and where it comes from. Because that's a guarantee they're gonna keep coming in life, right? You're gonna run into challenges all the time, right?
Yep.
So what do we do when we run into a challenge?
You face.
We face them. We persevere, right? And we know we never gonna be by ourselves as long as we got what?
God knows.
God with us and each other. This is the family that we created here in Baton Rouge at Woodlawn Middle and Woodlawn High School. I love my students. I love Miss Jess and the family that I created here. I thank you all.
I ain't gonna lie. School don't be feeling the same.
Right.
Hey, but you almost out, B. You almost out.
You
And
had up. Hey, I got it.
I might go ask.
I got it.
I might.
Biggie Smalls, come here.